Okay, I'm gonna talk for a little bit until I get sick of talking. I want you to see my face until I hide it. But I just find a lot of stuff silly. When someone says this person or that person is not an alpha, it just blows me away. It makes me laugh. Alpha man wouldn't do this. He's such a beta. Are you serious? Sorry. When I see myself, I enjoy looking at me. So it's kind of hard for me sometimes to stay focused because I'm like, hey, Chuck, how you doing? But anyway, just when I hear people speak, because I like to listen to people, I find you all to be hilarious. Just the thoughts, just the thoughts. So I listen to my brother, Platinum Elite. I do. He's funny, hilarious to me. But some of his thoughts, they're mind-boggling. Do you really believe what you're saying? Maybe he does. But he did a stream. And I needed probably I should just label this against it. What he said, boss versus husband. He said, women don't want bosses. They want they don't want husbands. They want bosses. And I'm thinking, well, can't you be a boss and a husband? I'm just using an example. And they said, I think he made a statement that women don't leave bosses. So I said, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk's, who I just named some people. They were all bosses, bosses. You know, Dr. Dre is a boss. You know, runs a record label, owns Microsoft, owns Tesla, owns Amazon. They're bosses, and their husbands with their wives still left them. So, are you going to say that these heads of major corporations, these bosses, they're not alpha? So I just find sometimes when people say somebody's an alpha or they're a beta, man, isn't a general an alpha? Isn't he like the generals, the general that lead, the head of the army, secretary of state, right? Aren't they alphas? But aren't they beta to the president? So just when people get into these dialogues, when they get into these long monologues of what are you talking about, it's hilarious to me. Or okay, I'm sorry, I got to turn my camera off. And if people listen, it's cool. I'm about to turn it off so I can go in. I'm gonna go in maybe a little bit hard, maybe not, but it's gonna be funny to me. So a lot of things I just don't understand. I don't understand. Like I do understand. Let's say everybody has a strategy to doing something, and they use the term game a lot for a strategy for a man to get with a woman. That's the term. That's the terminology that people use. So when a man is not very astute, when he's not very great or wise or profound in his ability to connect with a woman using whatever tactics he has, most normally equated to his mouthpiece, they say that he lacks game. So some things perplex me. So I'm going to talk about casual relationships right now. Sometimes uh, a guy doesn't want uh, a long-term, uh, long-lasting, emotionally engaging relationship. You know, they're not looking. They're not looking for that. Sometimes I can't speak for women, but I can speak for men, and I'm assuming women think the same. Sometimes people just want to connect on that visceral uh, lizard brain level. So if a man wants to connect with a woman for a casual situation, I'm not trying to say this what you need to do, and I'm not a opponent or a proponent, but I am a proponent of being honest. So I'm gonna jump around, but hopefully it'll make sense. So there are some men who, through uh, having no real strategy or mouthpiece or ability to communicate well with women that can't get women, but they still want to interact with women. So these guys that some men will call, I guess they will call them lame. I'm in no way trying to insult anyone. They just don't have the verbal skills, the mouthpiece to get a woman to connect with them. So some of these men will spend money to engage in in the company of women. That's what they will do. And I'm not knocking any man for doing what he needs to do. First, I want to say anybody who wants to do anything that's going to make them happy, that's not going to cause physical harm or financially impact somebody detrimentally, you do that. I always state, and let me put this first. I have my own personal set of ethics and morals. However, I'm not your moral police. I'm not the dude who's going to tell you how to live your life. Now, getting back into it, people will say that when a man spends money on a woman to engage in physical intimacy, it's called tricking. However, this is my statement. There's a lot of men that really don't want emotionally profound relationships with women, right? But they take them out on dates, knowing that they're not trying to go long term. So if you're spending money when you know you want to get with a woman just casually, you just want to connect with her casually. That's what you want to do. But you're taking her on a date. To me, that is tricking. So that's what the argument is. A lot of people say that no, you should never spend money. But some dudes, that's all they want. That's all they want. And that may be the requirement for that woman to get with him. And I'm not saying that's what men should do or not do. However, we do know that illegal or illegal prostitution happens around the world. So there are a lot of women that don't like men that would accept cash favors for romantic endeavors or romantic situations. And both men and women partake in that. And I think a lot of men, if they made it legal in the United States, would partake in that. And I'm not saying they should or they should not. But I just find a lot of things funny. So you're going to tell me that a man who negotiates any type of deal with a woman for whatever it is, if he doesn't do it in a certain way that somebody else should do it, he's a beta. So you're telling me, like, I just listen to people and I'm mind boggled by their assessments. I didn't grow up with these rules. Do what's right for you. Listen, a lot of men or a lot of women, I think, don't find a lot of men attractive, but they'll go out with a man for resources and maybe they can emotionally connect. But if you listen to a lot of people when they complain, there's usually a set standard, a cost, a level of income, a type of job a man must have to connect with a woman. So a woman will find that a man who doesn't make enough, they won't date them because okay. If let's say you had two ladies, they're friends, right? And a friend says, I got this guy that I want you to meet. The first thing that the other lady friend might say is, what does he do? That's what she's going to say. Why does that even matter what he does? Because she wants to know how much money he has. You understand what I'm saying? So, right or wrong, it's hilarious how many people really try to act like a lot of dudes aren't willing to just connect with a woman physically and don't care how they get it. I'm not saying that some men, okay, everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody wants to feel like somebody loves them. But I think Tupac said it. When he wasn't Tupac, when he wasn't the Compass, women wouldn't talk to him. But then when he became this famous movie star and rapper, all the girls that dissed him wanted to connect with him. His physical didn't change. What changed about him? His resources. So my statement, was Tupac an alpha or a beta? Because a lot of people, they're going to say he's an alpha or a beta. I just think all those words are silly. You're an alpha, you're a beta. Man, you should be trying to live your best life, be it a man or a woman. You should be trying to do what's right for you in this world so you can obtain happiness. So when I hear people just talking about alpha, beta, sigma, this dude's a simp because he got married. That's what he wanted to do. How can you be a simp because you want to establish a family if that's your dream? I mean, a lot of people, nature is what nature is: survival, procreation. That's what nature is. Everything else is pretty much taught. That's what it is. Hey, what's going on, Donnie? Yes, a lot of women go for a man for resources. A lot of men go for women for a tight body and sex. It is what it is. Yeah, but see, a lot of dudes argue that. They'll say that, like let's say a dude is rich, right? A super rich guy, and he gets with a woman okay, let's say he's 50 and he's not good looking and he gets with a woman that's 20. Do you really think that woman is getting with him because he is turning her on? She's physically aroused to connect with him on a romantic level? Good morning to you, Donna. I see. I listen to a lot of conversations and they're just silly to me. And I just find it hilarious. I can't stop laughing because a lot of people will say that just that the whole argument when he did the thing called women don't respect husbands, they respect bosses. Or they won't, they don't want a husband, they want a boss. I'm like, no, woman wants whatever she likes. And you as a woman, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. It doesn't matter if you're a boss or a husband. A woman will leave anytime she's unhappy with that man. It's her choice to make. What's up, brother Zero? See, there's sometimes when I listen to all these silly conversations, and they are entertaining, by the way. Just when people say, just some of the silliest things, like, I'm gonna use my ego. I'm gonna use my ego, and nothing that I have to say to me is, if a man is happy with his choices, I'm happy for him. So I don't care if you are a single man and you meet a woman and she's in her 50s, right? And you're 40 something. You meet a woman that's 50 and she got 3 kids, and you fall in love. If that happens to you and you want to get married, I'm all happy for you. That's your choice. That's your choice to make. Now, would I recommend it? No, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be antagonist to your situation. Like, what I will, like, for me, this is my ego speaking though. But let's say I got with a woman. I mean, I met a woman when I was young, like 20, right? She was fine. She was fine. I wanted her. And she dissed me, right? At 20. So now she's 45 and she comes back into my life. And she's like, Charles, I'm gonna give you a chance now. But now she got 4 kids. I'm cool on that. To me, that's a sucker to me, because she didn't like you in the first place. Because I could, like, okay, let me retract that statement. Now I could see you getting back with a woman if you were 20, you guys had a relationship, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason, and you got connected later in life and you both got kids, or even if you want to do it, it's cool. But I couldn't see a man getting with a woman like you pursued and she had showed you zero interest. If you didn't, like, that's sometimes I just don't understand things like that. But other than that, whatever a man or woman chooses to do, I'm happy for them. I'm not here to tell them how they need to live their life. I'm not here to tell anybody anything. But I just think I think some of these topics are just controversial and they drag people in. So I just find it to be funny. Listen, you can be an alpha in a situation and next be a beta. It's always, listen. Okay, you're a king of a nation, so you're an alpha, but there's lots of nations. So who's the most alpha? And so whoever's the most alpha, everybody else the beta to that alpha. So when people say this alpha and beta stuff, I just laugh. It's silly. Man, I don't care. I'm whatever you want me to be. You may think I'm a beta, you may think I'm an alpha, because I don't need to dominate you. I need to dominate myself, and I want you to work with me. But I just think when people say this is how a man has to be or not be, listen, I never shame a man or a woman for doing what they do to be happy in their life, as long as two people agree upon it. However, I think no one should ever be played. I think you should never try to use people. I think you should be honest about what it is and what your requirements are. And if people choose to meet what you put out there, then it could work. Donna says, not a boss. Women like a man to lead in a relationship. Well, the feminine women do. Well, I can't ever argue that because I'm not a woman. I don't think that you're wrong. However, I will put an argument out there is, how do people define what feminine is? Like, is feminine the way that you dress? Like, so the reason I bring that up is you can go to a different culture and they have a different way of looking. Is short hair feminine? Is long hair feminine? Is makeup feminine or not feminine? Are long eyelashes feminine or not? Are loose clothes or tight clothes feminine? So a lot of people will say something. I'm speaking when they look at people and they say she doesn't look feminine, but maybe she's dressing how in a certain culture a man should dress. But if you take somebody from a different culture and you bring them to your culture or to your environment, then somebody would say they're not feminine. I just throw it out there because I like to think about things like that. To me, how I see femininity, we're not going to talk about that external. It's soft. It's kind. It's what else could I say? How I see feminine, soft. I see kind. I would say understanding and curious. But what do I know? Like, so sometimes just like I don't have the answers. I'm not trying to be the sage wise person. I'm not, but I just find so much stuff hilarious. Some of these conversations are so funny. I just want to talk about them. Alpha, beta, simps, etc. A lot of these topics are drama toxic, YouTube language, not the real world. Stay out of those lanes. But I see, this is what I think. I find it hilarious. I just think I don't understand, like, why do people, like, okay, I never really care how other people live their life. I don't. As long as you're happy and you're not hurting other people, That's how I feel. That's it. But whatever you want to talk about, I want you to talk about it. But me, I like to talk about good things. However, I just think some of these like topics, like if a person wants to get married, get married. If you want to stay single, stay single. If you want to love who you love, I don't care. Do you? I'm not here to shame you. I don't care if you are the most dude who would never spend $1 on a woman, or a dude who showers the woman that they love with gifts all the time. I'm never going to put you down for that. And some of these conversations are silly to me. I don't care who you love. I don't know what love looks like to you. Love to me is just the appreciation of existence, and everything else is how you show love, show enough. However, just some of these conversations, like, it's funny when people pop in now. What's up, brother Metro? I sometimes I feel like I just feel honored because people listen. But like, I just think I like, listen. Alpha can be a beta can be an alpha. I'm a big proponent of Alan Roger Curry's the mode one being direct with what you want, and like, there's dudes that are totally alpha at one time and can be totally subservient in different situations. So I'm never going to try to never shame somebody for what they do. Zero says the alpha beta, the parents, and the beta are the children. So it actually refers to positions in families. People making keep talking about this whole alpha and beta male thing using something that the person that created the terminology admitted he was wrong about. Okay. Oh yeah, I understand that. I do understand what you're saying, the whole wolf thing. And to me, it's just silly. It's to me, listen, men got and women, because I'm not going to exclude the ladies. You have to do whatever it is to make yourself happy, but you have to be responsible for your actions. So don't blame somebody for what they do, and be honest about your choices. No one can force you to do anything that you don't want to do. It is always your final choice for the things that you do or create. I'm never knocking somebody for how they do things as long as they can be responsible for themselves. I just find sometimes I really, I don't know. I just like to listen to other people because, yeah, I'm saying, I was thinking the same thing. All these different pills, red, blue, white, purple. Like, I understand the analogies. Like, they say that the red pill is when you become aware of how the world really works. Blue pill is when you caught up in the system and you don't really want to accept how the world works. And black pill is when you just want to separate from the system and do your own thing because you have no real faith in the system. So me, I always say I'm white pill because I just love people. I don't care what you do. I'm just not going to tell you how I don't know how other people think. I just know how I think. I know how I feel. And I think there's nothing wrong with feeling. Sometimes I feel extremely happy, and sometimes I feel extremely peaceful, but I never really feel sad like that. However, I feel blessed and humbled and honored. And I feel that when I have people interacting, like you guys are just talking, this is making me feel fantastic. I just don't get other, like, listen, if I was to give advice to men, I would say just always be honest about what you want, and don't let somebody else uh push you to something that you don't believe in. So let's say if a man wants marriage, right? That should be what you should be telling the woman. I want marriage. And if you want to be, you just want to have fun, or I don't really want a committed long-term monogamous relationship, but you should say that. But so many people feel that they need to use people to get what they want instead of being honest. And I'm not here to lie or use anyone. I'm telling you what I want from me. If I tell any woman, I want no drama. If you are just peaceful with me and you don't try to force me to do stuff I don't want to do, then I'm down with you. But as soon as you try to force me to do something I don't want to do, I'm not with that, because I think everyone is free. You're free to make your own choices. You're free to do what makes you happy. If you love it or like it, I love it. I'm never going to tell somebody who likes to cook or like to drink sodas or smoke cigarettes, or you want to watch movies or you want to watch detective shows. Do what makes you happy. Just don't try to force other people to do it. Like, I'm a type of person who will ask people, why do they like to talk about certain things? Because I'm always curious as why do you want to talk about that? I mean, there's nothing wrong with you talking about it. I just want to understand you. So when I interact with you, I have more empathetic. I'm never I don't, a lot of things I don't agree with. I don't. However, I don't think other people are wrong to have their own life philosophies or how they think life should be. I just think that, to me, a lot of stuff, like, it's silly. Like, it's depending on how you raised, depending on how you're programmed, is how you feel about things. And a lot of people really want to fit into society, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, just because it's funny when you say The blue pill is when you want to fit in instead of asking why. The red pill is the person who would ask why. And a lot of people, to me, in my opinion, if you go through all these pills, it's funny, that say that they're red pill. They're not really red pill. They're blue pill because they're mad because society isn't the way they want it. And they want everybody to go back. A purple pill or whatever term it is. But these pills mean nothing to me. I just, are you happy? Metro says, I'm still not myself and will continue to heal after the major breakup due to unforeseen circumstances. I do miss the pretty face. I wish she wasn't corrupted. She was a nice girl and I love her. See, why do you see that? I'm about to go just for a second. Why do you say that she was corrupted? What do you mean by that? People, like, if somebody wants to do what they want to do, does it mean they're corrupted? Or is influence always good or bad? I don't know the whole situation. What I really want you to do is come in and I want you to be positive. I want you to say, man, and I'm happy to see everybody in the chat. Life is great because a lot of people, to me, and this may not be you, Brother Metro, but you can't stay in the pain place. You can't, you can't ever dwell in the sad place. Just try to say, man. So what you say? There has been too many dishonesty in certain relationships and scared to tell the truth. When I'm in a relationship, I like to be honest and true to myself. I will never lie and I will never cheat. Well, that's your thing. Okay, one thing I think that's crazy about relationships, and I don't know why, I just don't like the term. I get it though, is okay, you guys make rules to how a relationship should be, right? But then when somebody goes outside these rules, they've cheated. But relationship to me is really not a game. So we should take away the term cheat. You say it would be better if you say they were unfaithful to what they promised to do. Because even though people use the term cheat, are they really cheating? Are they really cheating? Or are they being unfaithful to you? Or they're not honoring their commitment? See, relationships are not a game. So that's just my thought. When people say he cheated, no, I just prefer something to say he wasn't committed. He wasn't, or he didn't honor his allegiance or his pledge of fidelity with me. That type of stuff makes way more sense to me. I don't ever treat relationships as a game. And I think the problem is people try to force relationships. People really don't listen to what other people say. Like if a man or a woman, they want to be married, right? And one of them is not sure, then you should leave or you should stay. But if you stay, you can't complain because if they told you they're not ready, they're not ready. Then you should leave. You should never have to ultimatum somebody or force them to do something they don't want to do naturally. And I think that's the problem. Let people go. People are free to make their own choices. Let them live. That's what I think. But anyway, you guys are making me this. I'm enjoying this. That's what I said about the red pill. What do you say? He said that's what I said about the red pill guys when they are really blue pill. I did it a long time ago. A lot of dudes are not. Listen, red pill means you accept things for what it is. But a lot of people don't know how to accept what it is. They want to change it. They want it to be back a certain way. They want to take the women back to the 1950s. And I'm not knocking people who want to do that, but don't say that you're really red pill because red pill just means I accept what's going on. A lot of them, they're ciphers. Put you back in the matrix. I'm joking. Charles, have you ever been married? How many kids? It's okay. Oh, you can ask me these questions. I've never been married. I have 0 kids. And I can tell you why. Financially, I never felt I was in a situation where I wanted to be married. And it's not that I couldn't do it, but I have certain requirements. And if somebody doesn't do what I want them to do, then I will never put a ring on it. So I'm not saying there's women that I could or could not have married, or I'm opposed. I'm not at all opposed to marriage, but I think marriage is for family. That's what I really think. So if you're not going to have children, then you guys could just be together. I know that some people's religious beliefs are they feel a sense of validation by somebody tying resources to them through the state. I get that. I'm not opposed to that. However, because of the laws, I'm not opposed to marriage. I think this is what I say. More men are not scared of marriage. Men don't trust women to stay. So that's what it is. And it's a programming. This is my programming. Programming has taught most men to want to be able to provide for a family. And if a man can't provide for a family, he doesn't feel the need to get married. And then, like I talk about myself, let's say I'm to put me really out there. I think I'm extremely lustful. So if a woman, let's say if we get together, like most people are not virgins, so you're gonna usually get together physically before you guys get married. And a woman, I could love a woman, but if she's not meeting my physical requirements, then why would I marry her? Because this is what I require. And you're not going to do it, but you want me to be monogamous? You want me to never see another woman ever in my life? That's what you want? That's what you want? Because that's really what most people want. Most people want monogamy, right? So it's a tricky situation, and you're telling people to turn, like, naturally. I don't know for all men. I can't say all, but a majority of men, just like I believe women do too, but we'll never admit it because we control our lusts and desires. We want a lot of people. So you're asking, that's a hell of a statement or hell of a thing to say. I'm going to be just with you forever, and then you're not meeting my requirements. So that's my when it comes to marriage, I think that's really what is a holdback for me. Just that. And will she do what I need her to do for me? Will she change up? That's a scary thing. That I don't know how women feel, but as a man, this is a scary thing to think that, yeah, I'm marrying this woman and now she's not doing her part. And I listen to a lot of people talk about it, a lot of people. And people are human. People make mistakes, and I can forgive. As long as you don't kill me, I can forgive anything. I can forgive, and we can work it out. However, um, I just don't like to not be met. Like, how do I explain it so it makes sense? Because Donnie asked me a good question. I want somebody to work with me, to be agreeable. That's pretty my number one thing. Let me see what's going on. Um, when I mentioned unforeseen circumstances, let me see. She completely changed it to something she's not. Well, whoever she changed into is who she is. She didn't change it to what she's not. Either when I mentioned unforeseen circumstances, she completely changed it to something she's not, and made a lot of lies. And she is not confused when she changed, okay, gender and regret everything. Well, that's what she chose to do. Life is full of mistakes. I can't tell you nothing about those type of relationships. I don't know nothing about that. I can't even elaborate on that, brother. But people got to do what they do, and they got to live with their circumstances. And to me, that seems like that'd be mentally challenging. I, I understand love, but that's over my head, brother Metro. That's over my head. I can't even speak about that one. Um, Brother Zero says people lie, Metro, and sometimes they cheat. A majority of people lie even when they don't um, have to, or are out of not wanting to be perceived as. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with Zero saying people cheat because they don't want to be perceived as a bad person, and I totally agree with that. Any woman, okay, what Donna says, any woman you were close to marrying, I thought about it. And she said, "Are you currently dating?" I date, looking for long-term relationships. I'm not opposed to it, so that helped. That answers the question. So women can win me. you know, you're single until you're married, and that's my belief. I'm single until I'm married. However, this whole what do you call it? This pandemic situation has changed my connecting with people. Hey, Nikki, what's going on? So I really can't. I don't think it's any. I just think a lot of stuff is just hilariously silly, and like I am never. I am. What do you call it? I am a proponent of people for doing what was right for them. That's really what it is about for me. King Art, what's going on, brother Art? Sigma males doesn't need to be around a lot of people, and they don't approach women that much. They are lonely, and they are okay. They are a loner, I guess you said lonely, and they are a mystery women, and they drive women crazy. Well, I mean, I take what you say. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a woman, so I don't know what drives women crazy. But I take your word, brother Art. I'm assuming that I just find a lot of terms big alpha. Like I don't. I feel that I'm a lone wolf, but I can work with a group, so I can be a sigma sometimes, and I can be an alpha, I guess, at other times, and beta too. In the military, I was a let's say, just, okay, I'm not expecting marriage or having kids. I'd rather have a healthy relationship with someone I love and can take care of me because of my injuries. But she did apologize. Oh man, it's awesome that you saved her from ending her life. That's really, I'm going to hit on brother King Arts, what he said. Donna, I'm messing up, going faster than me. He says, Sigma male doesn't need to be around a lot of people, and they don't approach women that much. They are a loner, and they are a mystery, and women to women, and it drives women crazy. Okay, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I like what it says, but I gotta talk to more women, and I how they think about it. I get how people feel about stuff like that. I do, but I don't know, man. I just find, listen, there's I don't know what the paradigm is for how a man should be. Brother Art, you probably way more wise when it comes to how men should interact with women, and the customs and rules that you follow. I don't have rules. My rules is I like you. When are we going to get together? That's my rules. And let's hang out and see if we enjoy each other. And then let's see if we have commonalities. And I'm not trying. Nah, he says, all right, I messed up. Nah, but it's good, bro. I mean, but I understood what you like. You don't have to speak perfectly for me to understand what you're saying. I just thought it was a great comment. So, King Art, you just described an introvert. Yeah, I would call myself an introvert too, more than most people know. I'm a extroverted introvert. I'm so happy just doing me that I'm happy being by myself. And I love to be around people sometimes, but it drains me. And then, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of I'm a little shallow. So, I'm never going to knock people for stupidity because I'm like the most stupid person on the planet Earth. I'm like extremely dumb. But when I'm around people who are dumb, but they're serious dumb, like not dumb being dummy dumb, but they are really behind their convictions. But what they're saying to me seems like super idiotic, then I gotta step back. I'm like, well, you know what? You're a little dumber than me, and they're gonna be one king dummy, so I'm gonna let you have that one. What I'm saying, Mr. Charles, is that they are hard to read with women, and that's why I get what you're saying, but I hear you, brother Art. But I'm gonna give you a caveat because I don't know what women think. I don't know. So I don't know if a woman like I've heard it. I've read lots of books. I've heard you talk and other people talk about uh, women like mysterious men, but I'm not trying to be mysterious. I'm trying to be me. Either you accept me or you don't. So I can't. That's why I can. Like, I'm not opposed to the term game. I'm not opposed to people learning strategies to connect with women, but I have like no game. So my game is me. Either you like Charles or you don't. Either you think Charles is handsome or you don't. I'm not trying to wow you with my fantastic mouthpiece. And I must say that I think my mouthpiece is fantastic. And you'll love the conversations that I will give you, ladies. But I can't. Some things I can't really just how do you impart that? I'm gonna tell you, go talk to somebody who's better than me. I guess I'm assuming. I don't think nobody's better, but in general, there's people who actually they're dating coaches. There's the Affies and there's the Alan Roger Curry's and the Ron Wills and all these other people who study women, Mr. Carios and all these other dudes who teach. I'm not teaching that. I'm gonna teach you how to be silly and laugh and have fun. I teach you, I teach, I teach you how to trick off your money. I'm joking. But I can't tell you how to live. I can't tell you how to live life, man. I got to take some classes from Brother Art because I can't teach you. I can't. But I just think that people should just converse with people and accept people who they are. Nikki says, "I feel you. I'm just going to do me. If you rock with me, you rock with me. If you don't, I'm not forcing it." I told that. That's how I feel, man. I'm not trying to obligate somebody because I just love people and I'll tell people the truth. I don't know, like people fall in love and fall out. I've never fell out of love. I just love people. Now I understand that maybe the lifestyle I wanted is not what somebody else wanted, and I let them go their own way. But love, man, I love you. I love you now. I mean, I just got things I have to do. Like time is so limited that we can't. Like I don't like to be possessed, and I'm not possessive. So sometimes I wonder, would I be like, I think in my brain, I think I'd be a fantastic husband, but I'd probably be a horrible husband because like I've heard that, Charles, you don't have boundaries. I do have boundaries. I love you, but you love her too. Well, I do, but I don't have to touch her. But I want to. So you just love me. You just only want to touch me. I will, but I'm just telling you, I want to. So I got to lie and not say she doesn't look good. I close my eyes. See, people don't really want honesty. They want you to lie about it. So, so I don't know. That's where I'm lacking. I'm lacking in that sense, just in that sense, because I want to be honest, but I got to learn to sometimes keep it. Don't say just, close your eyes. I don't see her. Nope, I don't. I'm joking. I don't. What Zero says, I don't have time to be playing with women. If I like someone, I just say it. You either like me or you don't. I agree totally. That's how I function. Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with spending money on women that like you. That's my whole argument is never. I always say this. People don't like that I say this, but never, ever, 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 ever for men or women spend money to get to know if you like somebody. You guys should have been talking on the phone. You should have really if you spend any money, just go together at the park and just talk to see if you like before you ever go out on a real spending money date. And Donnie may argue that with me, but I just think that, time is money, and I'm not like I'm going to have fun regardless. Talking to you, let's just talk and have some coffee. Let's see if we vibe. We're talking on the phone for a week or two. Let's see if we could connect. Then, if you guys like each other, then if you want to go out on a date, do that. But like I say, this is where my argument is this for dudes that also scroll up. Okay, I'm sorry, Donna. I'm so sorry. I'm an introvert to toxic people. I saw that. Okay, I'm sorry, Charles. You're okay. What else? What other topic which other one that I missed that you said? Okay. Nikki said, I used to call myself an introvert because I love my solitude, but I also like talking to people. I think I'm more than an ambivert. I may be that. So what else? Okay. Did I miss something else, Donna? I don't want to control anyone at all. I believe you. I'm the introvert to talk to people. I'm gonna show that. Oh, that's Nikki's. She said, I don't strive for power. I strive to maintain my peace and mind, happiness, and financial freedom. Okay. Hold on. I'm with this one. I'm kind of go back here. Yeah, I like this. I'm an introvert to toxic people. Uh, um, one before LOL was one other one. Hold on, there's another one. Okay, not that one. Donna, not that one. Not that one. Charles, the one. Okay, hold this one. The Charles, the one you were close to marrying, what stopped you from committing to her? Let me know if I'm asking. Oh, what it stopped me? Uh, because I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be wild. I don't want to. I'm gonna get married when I'm gonna do you dirty. I had to make a choice. I thought about it, but I wouldn't have been good. That's why I did not marry. And that's like there's other girls that probably fit the criteria, but maybe they didn't do something that I wanted them to do. That's why I like. Well, when people say commitment, I always got to argue this. I'm always committed. I'm committed to any relationship, but people talk when you say like marriage means you got to cut out everybody and follow these rules. I'm not the best at that. So I can be committed, but I find that as soon as a woman doesn't do what I want her to do, like on the physical level, it's not going to work for me. So that's my biggest issue. So I need her to always give me affection because I'm extremely affectionate. I want a lot of hugs and kisses. And if you tell me no, it's going to be a big problem because I'm not saying I got it on the brain, but that's where I think if a woman doesn't open, like, so when I think, I can't speak for all men, but I think men are better at trying to keep women happy when they're older. Because when you're young, especially if you have a lot of women that can connect with you, it's kind of hard to turn them all off. And most women want monogamy. And I don't think that a dude, especially, I don't know if people think I'm nice looking or what, but a man who can attract women, is kind of hard for him to be monogamous because you usually have a lot of women that are available to you. That's why I think that uh, it's just me. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just speaking for myself. I think that's why it's difficult for some men to commit because it's like because you don't want to be called a cheater, you want to be called a liar, and then you're going to end up uh, having making a promise that you can't keep because sooner or later you're going to get put in a compromising situation, and now you're no good. And if you got married, now you're getting divorced and you're losing everything just because not that like a lot of women I think really don't understand they don't understand men, and a lot of men say they don't think like that, but men who, if you look at Instagram, all those beautiful women, they're not putting pictures up for beautiful women. They're putting up for men. And men love looking at beautiful women. Most men are suckers for women. So if you got a woman that's approaching you and saying crazy stuff to you, it's hard for a man to run away because it's like that. So that's why I am not married. I think it's difficult. It's really, what you say? And then let me go back and read what's going on because I'm missing some stuff. You guys, I enjoy reading. This is bringing it fun to me. What do you say? What's going on? Uh, okay, King Arthur said, also single is more attractive to them because their silence. That's why. Okay, all right. Okay, Metro says, unfortunately, I was in the hospital in a coma. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Lost all the blood, man. I hope that everything works out for you, Metro. My heart goes out to you, brother. I want you to be healthy. Hope I can make you laugh, bro. I miss that. But he said, I've been going some therapy while healing. It's going to take some time for me to get back to my regular self again. I've been focusing on myself. Man, focus on you. Focus on you, brother. Okay. Okay, what's going on? Okay, Donna said, okay, I like honesty. You know you couldn't be 100% committed. Some people will get married uh, knowing that it would not be faithful. Yeah, that's real difficult. Like if you get married, that's my own belief. That's my own set of morals. It changes everything. Until you're married, you're free. But once you get married, you got to change everything, and that's a hell of a thing to do. And it has to be like you have to feel like you're not losing because sometimes people change up on you. So I'll take my time to vet, and there's nothing negative because there's people I have a problem with dealing with. I don't like a lot of anger. So when people come at me angrily, I'm not cool with that. And I gotta, even though it doesn't seem like it, I got extremely bad temper. So don't come at me crazy because I will never come at you crazy. I won't. Even if I listen, we just stop talking. I'm not gonna disrespect you. If I ever disrespect somebody, I never mean that, and I apologize sincerely. When it comes to words, and I can be very malicious and slanderous. I can, but I usually don't do that. So that's what it is. So I just don't want anybody to come at me crazy. But I don't mind. I don't get it. I'm not gonna like. I'm just talking about women and men relationships. I don't like that. Better says, but I've been spending time with my family and catching up with other friends. They were all happy with me and my girl together. If she didn't have all the insecurity, confusion, and the gender issues. I get it. Okay. It's a lot of stuff is going. I mean, I can't. Some things I can't speak about, Brother Metro. I feel you. You're more than welcome to speak about it. I have never dealt with that situation. I know that had to be an arduous situation when you love somebody, but they don't even know who they are themselves. And a lot of people are insecure, brother. I don't know how to even address that, man. But feel free to speak about it, man. Maybe somebody else can address you and help you out. Um, that's right, women. These women are attention. I can't. Key Hart says they're attention horrors, Mr. Charles. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So most women know the weakness of men are women, and it's hard when most men don't get a lot of women. Most men don't even connect with women like that. Most women are not giving men the attention like that, and it's kind of is that so? You got a lot of. I can't speak for women, but I can speak for men. And the more I listen to men, men got all these rules that they should be following, and they got these thoughts. So like they've been taught that women are virtuous, and if they can't find a virtuous woman, they don't want her, but they want women. So it's like a conundrum. It's like a puzzle. She's not virtuous, but she should be virtuous. Oh my God, she's messing with a, oh my God, she's not married and she got kids. Instead of she should have controlled herself. And I will. Excuse me, but I will say that it's always a choice to have children or not have children. We don't know our situations. I get it, but it's just it's for I don't know women. I can't speak for women. I can speak for men. I just think that it's just I just think that it's just for men. We have an image that we got to portray, and we got a standard we got to set. But it's hard because a lot of men have not been taught how to function in the society, and they're angry because they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not getting rewarded for the things they're doing right. That's the problem. That's just my thoughts. I don't know what other people think, but I'm telling you, I can't tell any like some men want to provide. Some men want to take women out on dates. Some men want to fly to Brazil to find love. I'm never going to shame anybody for what they do. I think that if you are finding the type of woman you want overseas, by all means, go do that. Do whatever makes you happy. Just be safe. Just be responsible, and try your best not to hurt other people. That's just my thoughts on everything. It's so funny because people really know me. Like, they know that I'm totally down for first. I'm about humanity first. So I don't care what group, where you come from. I'm down for you. But for my brothers, for the black men in America, I'm always down for you. But I just want a lot of brothers to get past hate and anger, and sisters too. I really wish that we could get past hate and anger. There's so many different people, and everybody thinks different ways. You're going to find people from different walks of life thinking this and thinking that. It's just people are going to do what they're going to do. So you just got to learn to respect other people and let them live their best life. That's my thoughts. Metro says, I like to ask a lady out on a date to have a good time together, but I do like to take things nice and slow. I don't rush into relationships that quick. It takes time while being nice and gentle. Hey, brother, you got to do whatever's right for you, bro. Like, I don't like for most. Let me ask you, like, I don't understand. Some people get in relationship for physical access. A lot of people get in relationship for just companionship. For me, I'm gonna be honest. Physical intimacy is important for me. So a woman's not giving me hugs and kisses. Why are we connected? We can be friends. We can just be friends. I don't waste no time. We're not about to go out on 3 dates and she's gonna say, "Well, we're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends. The first thing that I believe, and I always respect how Roger Curry for this, you should always tell somebody what your intentions are. And if you know that you, in the back of your mind, you want more than friendship, then you should never play the friendship role. And if you want to be a friend, then be a friend. That's what it is. So a lot of people didn't understand it. And I mean, there's always caveats. There's some people that can have quote unquote, I guess, friends with benefits if you can do that. But most men and women seem to be incapable of really maintaining that. So, all right, Donna says, Charles, I enjoyed the conversation. I have a meeting to 10. Have a great, thank you for stopping by. That's right. She's not going to go nowhere if she's not in. So yeah. So I just think that a lot of dudes, like, you should not even front that you don't want to connect with her. Like, I don't know. I don't know everybody's moralistic level. I don't know if you're trying to zoom, 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 like one of my friends says, zoom, 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 or are you just trying to have companionships to go hang out with the movies with? But if that's what you want, like I've had women that I just wanted, like, actually had no lust for them, none. I mean, I'm saying they weren't women and they weren't attractive, and but I wanted them to be my friend because sometimes you maybe just want company. Every now and then, dude just want company. Sometimes you do want the companionship of a woman. So I just think you got to figure out what you want. So it's no we don't get confused about it. We don't get lost in what the sauce is. Now you're bitter and you've been played. You in the friend zone. Not when I don't understand the friend zone. Doesn't make sense to me. We can be friends, but we friends. It ain't no friend zone for me. Because if I really want you, I'm like, I want you. I ain't trying to be a friend like that. We can be friends, but you understand when I get you, I'm trying to get you. So don't I'm waiting. That's the whole point. If we ain't, don't call me unless you come over to give me what I want to get from you, which is hugs and kisses. I'm saying it the G way, but you get what I'm saying. If a woman is not into you, don't waste your time. I agree with that. That's why I think my only thing I have to like I don't understand. Like, okay, this is I shouldn't do this, but I gotta. That's the only thing that confuses me with the whole voice walking situation. Because she dissed the dude. She dissed you, from what I heard. So you try to get with her. I don't know what happened. I don't know the past. But see, why would you want to? Man, he stayed in the friend zone 30 years. I can't even imagine that. Dude, that don't make sense to me. I can see if she was like, you met her and she was married and you wanted her then, but she was married, so you had to leave her alone. But since you divorced, but you let her know, listen, if you ain't married, I'll be on you. But since you're married, I'm gonna respect your relationship. But if it don't ever work out, give me a call, then I can respect it. But from what I've heard, the stories, and I don't really go researching the stories, I just heard a little bit of it, is that, like, from what I heard from him talking, I think he said he had a crush on her and she shot him down. She shot him down, didn't like him like that. I can't, listen, man, I don't know. Now, Boyce may be, that's the only joke. I'm gonna stop after this. He may be an alpha in these YouTube spaces or being with financial literacy and economics, but he sure is not an alpha in the relationship zone. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to hate on him. I know there's a little bit of I apologize. Oh man, I think that all these rules to relationships, how like I think that if the laws changed, if they changed laws, there would be a lot more marriages. But I think a lot of dudes are scared of women leaving them. That's what I already think. I mean, no dude, I don't think men get married to want to separate from women. And from what the statistics say, from what I'm knowing, I could be wrong, but all the statistics say that 80%, especially in the Black community, like 80% of divorces are initiated by women. And I'm not saying men did anything right or wrong. I'm not going into that, but it's usually the man gets in to stay in. It's usually the ladies want to go. So if a lot of dudes see that, they're like, man, I'm cool. And then somebody gonna try to shame another dude. You should just do it, man. You don't know. You ain't alpha enough. If you alpha, and other dude gonna say, man, alphas don't get married. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I can't tell nobody how to live their life. It goes to their upbringing, their religious beliefs, their environment, their culture. All these things come into play. So when people start saying these things, man, it's crazy. Now I try to stay like, I'm not really, so much stuff I know, so much stuff I read. I can really go into like different causes and effects and why things happen the way they happen, but I'm not going to do that. Not, unless somebody brings up in the chat. If somebody brings up something in the chat, then maybe I would go there. But at this time, I'm not. This is what I think though. Whatever you do in your life, however you live your life, there's gonna be situations where you can't always be the man, and you got to accept that, whatever it is, wherever it is. Like, even though I hate to say this, but like when it comes to men and women relationships, when it comes to home decorating, who's the alpha in the relationship? Is it a man or the woman? When it comes to cooking in the kitchen, who is the alpha? Is the man or the woman? So a lot of people, come on now, CJ, if men didn't have the fear of losing their money and assets, more men would file for divorce. They'd be switching wives every 5. You know what? You may be right with that. I might have to give that some thought. Go ahead and educate me. I love that comment. That may be true. I don't know. I guess that may be true. I got to think about that. I want to say, from my, like, if I think if a man could have more than one woman and his wife would allow it, there'd be, how about that? Most men want more than one woman, but yeah, I do think that if they didn't have to worry about resources, they'd be just switching up. But I get what you're saying, man. You kind of, thank you. You kind of messed me up with that one. That's a good one. You gonna make me reevaluate my life and give up death sticks. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. All right, brother Metro. Oh, that's hilarious. She actually made me think about. I'm gonna think about that one. That's a pretty good one. I think I just think that, truthfully, deep down inside, and so this is what I really believe. Truthfully, I've always said this statement, and I'm not trying to slander anyone, but no one genuinely wants. You may want to have people want to be serial monogamous. They want one relationship at a time, but no one genuinely wants to be monogamous. Not really. No one really wants to eat cheeseburgers every single day. Sooner or later, you're going to want pizza. Sooner or later, you want something different. And that's people. That's why you hear family. We're going to role play because people want different. You don't want to watch the same TV show every day. However, we make an agreement for the best of society to function in a certain way. However, man, yeah, you really messed me up with that. She said, "Yeah, I taught you something." I'm cracking it. Yeah, I think you really messed me up. I mean, you really, all right, brother Art, you really got me. I can see. I'm a student. I don't know everything. I'm not more wise than everyone. I don't have all the answers. That's why I'm always listening to other people to get other people's perspectives. I even if I know statistics and charts and I've read a million books and I read this book and I read that book and looking at this book, it doesn't mean I'm going to tell you how life should be, because I don't know how life should be. I just find things to be funny. I like to, most of the time I'm laughing. I'm laughing at my own self. I'm laughing at other people's chats. I'm just laughing. And I'm not coming from a point of anger. I'm coming from a point of love and hoping people can work together and make a fantastic world where everybody's happy. But most people want drama. I'm not the best at that. Not at all. But what I think I'm good at is just listen to other people and trying to get their perspectives. That's really what I'm about. Just trying to understand where you're coming from and have a dialogue where that we as individuals can, at least if we disagree, we can at least understand where other people are coming from. Um, yeah, for me, different than most people, you can ask me anything. There's nothing that you can't ask me. There's nothing that you can't say. Like if anybody ever wants to say, Charles, like I will always drop a link if people ever want to have a chit chat with me and correct me on the idiocies that I say, or like I don't care what you do. If you feel that you got to spend $100 to go out with your dream girl, I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not mad at you for it. Go ahead and do it, because you never know what's going to happen. Some women, it may turn them on. I don't think, like for me, I want a woman that genuinely loves me. And if I don't see genuine lust, then there's no reason for us to connect. Why would a man want to be with a woman that doesn't find them attractive? Like really, like if she's not turned on by you, why do you want to connect with her? That's just my thoughts. Now, people will say, well, it's more to a relationship than that. And of course there is. Who doesn't want somebody that they can't converse with, somebody that they can't associate with and know that they have their back? Who wouldn't want that, you know? But to me, to each their own. I'm always a what you call an advocate of never spending money to get to know a woman. But I always feel everybody got to live their own life. You got to do what's right for you. You got to do what's going to make you happy. That's just my beliefs. And if anybody who don't believe what I believe, I'm always open to hear an argument against what I say. I always want to hear somebody tell me that I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just say things and I don't even, truthfully, I don't even know if what I'm saying makes sense to other people. I don't know what people think, because that's my problem is I just really don't care about a lot. I care about being happy and doing what's best for me. Hopefully, whatever I say makes some type of sense, and I really enjoy people engaging with me in the chat. That's how I feel. I flow well when people do that. But since nobody's really engaging anymore, okay, what's up, my brother? So let me ask you, uh, brother Dark West Films, should a man? Okay, I gotta think about that. I'm gonna think about how I gotta phrase this question. Do you have a problem with a man spending money to connect with a woman? I say I don't have a problem with it. I just don't advocate it. But do you have a problem with it? So let's say you have an uncle. Your uncle is 70, right? But you meet this little hot young thing. She's 25, and she engaged in a conversation with him, and he's like, "Listen, hot young thing, you ain't really, I know I probably don't turn you on like that, but listen, I'm gonna pay your rent. I just want to come by 2 times a month just to see you, just hang out. I got your rent, you know? So I guess you're gonna be his sugar baby. Do you?" He says, "I have no problem with it." But why do so many other men seem to have a problem with a man doing that? I think like it's all, I hate to say it, but it's all a game. Men are gonna use women, women are gonna use men, but I don't have a problem that with people who are honest about their using. Like she'd be like, "Listen, you gonna pay my rent and you come by. I don't know what's going, like whatever it may be, just be honest about it." Niggas says, "I made the revelation that unless a man is doing things for me, I just can't be with him, especially financially. For the most part, anyway, I like being taken care of by a man. It turns me on." So tell me why it turns you on. I don't I have no uh opposite thing to say about it, but I would want to know, why did that turn you on? So does money really turn on a woman, or is it what a man does? Is his ability to care for you, his ability to make you feel safe, or his what is it? What is it about that? Like, I, I just want to know. Like, and I'm not opposed to a man doing whatever he wants to do for a woman. I just want to know. If you can answer it, if anybody wants to answer it. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to a lot of things. Sometimes I like, see. One day I'm gonna get some people to want to come in and just tell me what they really think. But most people just want to listen to wings, and they never want to interact. I just want to know. I want to know what other people think. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just trying to get other people's perspectives. So tell me why, for any lady who hears this, why how does a man's money or what he does for you turn you on? Because I can tell you what turns me on with a woman is usually how she looks, her personality, and yeah, those are number two. And then if she gives me intriguing conversation. Dark West Film says everybody gets used. Just make sure you get used the way you want to be used. And that's what I think. I think, like, even if I see this on this YouTube thing, I see a lot of people, like, okay, people don't even agree with people, but they hop in each other's chats and act like they're homies, but they don't even have the same talking points. They don't even like each other. It's so funny. You can hear a dude talking about disrespect, like, okay, just in general. You can be disrespecting women all day. Then you got women who's all pro woman hopping in the chat. And they're like, hey, sister, hey, brother. I'm like, y'all don't even like, you guys are diametrically opposed. But you see, so they're using each other to get it's weird to me. Like, that's why I will never really engage in beef, because I really don't care what other people do. I find a lot of topics silly. And sometimes I want to, like, tag people just because it might be fun. But I really don't care what they're saying. I think it's silly. Like, I'm as silly as two left shoes, you know? I'm silly. So, you know, I can be total Forrest Gump. I can't go full Simple Jack, but I can go total Forrest. So just sometimes I just get confused because people really don't want to have a lot of people trying to force ideology down other people's throats how they will be. And I'm saying, love people who love you. I love people who love me. Show me love, I'll show you love. Even if I don't agree with you, like, I'm not trying to tell women or men how they should behave. Like, okay, this is what I will say. Things I don't like. So, but what is appropriate, what's not appropriate? Like, how come? Okay, I hear a lot of people talk about this bonnet talk, right? Don't wear a bonnet, but you can but you wear a head wrap. That's good, because people choose to say what is right and wrong more than why is right or wrong. You just say this is right and that's wrong. Like I've said a lot. It's cool for you to wear a bikini at the beach, and nobody's going to say, "Don't you wear a bikini? You look like a harlot." They're not going to say that, you know. But if you come to your front door in your panties and bras, oh my God, dude, she's such a harlot. So society always, it's nobody understands the conundrum, weirdness, strangeness of society. We're some weird people telling other people they're weird. You know, I remember when I was young, a dude getting his ear pierced. They was like, "Oh my God, that's so unmasculine." Now every masculine man on the planet Earth got his ears pierced. I remember nobody wanted tattoos. Now everybody got tattoos, you know, but then they want to tell you don't wear tattoos. Which way is right? You know, which way is right? You know, so let's say some people, the two people love each other. They don't go to the courthouse. They just jump a broom, you know, put a ring. They're married. But somebody will say, you didn't go to the chapel. So which way is right? Which way is right? Tell me. You know what I mean? How should you do it? What should you do? You know, is a woman who wears pants not feminine because women shouldn't wear pants? I don't understand. You know, I don't understand a lot of people's thoughts. You know, just the thoughts. I do understand people who are conservative. They want traditional. They want what they think is. But the world is dynamic. The world has just been changing. What Earth is, what I want to say, 4 billion years old, has been changing for thousands of millions of years. So I'm sorry. Sometimes I just, okay. But Nikki said the willingness behind him giving me money or doing things for me makes me feel safe and secure, and most importantly, stress. Yeah, okay, I like that. That's a good statement. That's a good statement. The willingness behind him giving me money or doing things for me makes me feel safe and secure and mostly stress-free. But does a man giving you money turn you on? Does it, I'm asking a personal question, does it arouse you? Do you say, ooh, he's worth millions, I want him more? Does that, 'cause I don't think money turns a woman on, but I've heard some women say that. Does it? I pull out a dollar, do I become a dollar more sexy? Programming makes people unhappy, and man, yeah, listen, but you tell the truth. Programming makes people unhappy. A real man needs to wear suits, and he does. A real man needs. Listen, I'm gonna tell all of you who come on page. You know, probably never see me in a suit, but unless you wear a suit, you're not a real man. Listen, a lot of people have these silly arguments, and I think everything is silly, man. I always say, do what makes you happy, and do what's going to bring you joy and peace and happiness. That's what I say. When I feel safe and secure and stress free, I'm open for and to everything. Listen to what you said. When I feel, but so, but okay. Have you ever been uh, turned on and drawn to a broke man? Or okay, let's say you saw a man; he was extremely handsome, gorgeous, woo, like me, but just good looking. Whatever you think good looking is, right? And then you find out that he's broke. Does he become less attractive? That's the question. Do you lose your desire for him? See, because I can't. I don't. I'm not a woman. I don't know. That's one thing that blows me away. That a lot of these dudes on here don't tell women how women think more than women can tell you how they think. And I think if you want to know how women think, you ask them. And I don't mean that women gonna be honest. Like men ain't gonna be honest, but I think a woman can tell you more about how women really think than a man can tell you how women think if they want to tell you. But that's the problem. Can you get her to tell you? Is she gonna give you the game? That's the question. That's the question. Is she gonna tell you how to get to the secret key to her heart? Oh, that's what I want to know. I want to know that. I want to know. I want to know. So, okay, is he more alpha that he's broke, or is he more alpha that he's rich? Is he more alpha because he's tall? Or is he more alpha because he's short? Is Dr. Dre still alpha that now that a woman divorced him? Was Kevin Garnett alpha? Who's the most, or is a dude that don't have no job that just got 5 women taking care of him? Is he the most alpha of all? I understand. I just want to know. I just want to know these things. These things are so silly to me, and it's so. I just don't get it. I don't get it. She said, yes, I do. I could care less about your looks, especially considering most people in the world to me are fairly. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So the ambition, the desire, the ability for him to make you feel safe. Yeah, I get that. That makes sense to me. Yeah, but I just wonder, other than you, do you think most women are like that? I think this is my belief. This is my belief, and I may be wrong. I think when the ladies are younger, looks mean a lot more, and then when you get older, I believe that security and safety means a lot more. That's just my belief. I could be wrong because I don't know exactly how women think, but I'm telling you what I observed. That's what I think. I could dive in, but only way I would dive in if somebody was wanted to have that argument with me. But it's not really an argument, in my opinion. And I think that's from what. How can I say this? How do I say this so it doesn't sound messed up? I do think that uh, somebody said this a long time ago, and I kind of agree with it. Even though uh, women know why they do what they do, women don't always want to tell men why they do because they don't want men to know. That's the best safest way I can say it. See, men don't care if women know how we think. We don't care. I think that women just don't believe us. I can tell a woman that if you had a husband and you told your husband, hey, with the movie Hall Pass, you told your husband you can do whatever you want to do. 99 out of 100 men will go do what they want to do as long as they knew that they wasn't going to lose their wife. I'm just telling you. But most women don't want their men to go outside of them. That's what I think. That's my belief. And, even if they're not doing their part, they want you to suffer with them. I'm not going to give you none, but you better not go nowhere and get none either because you're wrong. I'm not sure. I hear more black women commenting and boasting over a man's looks and sex rather than what he does for them. Yeah, I'm curious to what women, especially sisters, what they really, really like. Like, um, I I would never say that I don't like the way you look. The way you look is great. I love it. However, your personality can trump your looks. I can look past your looks if your personality is fantastic. And then if you're peaceful, man, like I don't have to marry the most beautiful woman. I just want her to be peaceful and give me hugs and kisses like she can't stop it. That's gonna make me like, okay, let me put a ring. I like that. I like affectionate women. And if she doesn't show me, like, I don't think she loves me like that. If I gotta always be kissing you, I'm not gonna be in a big rush to give you the ring. It would not come. You'd be waiting. You'd be waiting a long time. You can tell me you love me all day, but until I see that, I'm not going there. That's just me. I don't believe you. I don't believe you need more people. I'm sorry. This has been rather fun. I just thought I was gonna say some silly stuff, but I just thought it was just the whole argument, the alpha, the beta sigma marriage game, tricking. That's what don't listen. I don't even get into that whole. I'm not a listen. some dudes out here are really sexually frustrated, and if you even some they're gonna do it anyway. Go buy you a piece. I'm never gonna tell you not to do it because I want you to not hate women, man. And get your sex doll, get whatever it takes. Even though I'm not a, do it, do whatever it takes for you to feel stress free. Don't be mad at the dudes who got the women, mad at them and hating women because they didn't choose you. Get over that. Get over get over that. Dark Wisdom says, "I'm on my period. You can't pop if I can't." But hey, it's like that. Listen, you know they want you men. You want you men to be altruistic. We must suffer together. You must be in my pain. Uh, listen, yes, I had a wife, and my wife was a, 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 a wild one, right? And I got castrated. I wouldn't tell her to suffer with me. I'm like, hey baby, I can't, I can love you a long time with my other things. But if you feel that you need to go and do, you need, I respect that. Chuck, look at you, cold Chuck. No, but I'm saying I wouldn't want nobody to suffer with me. But if she wants to, if she said no, 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 you can just get the little, you can just toy me. I'll be happy with that. That's on her. But I'm not telling nobody to suffer with me. That doesn't make sense. If you, I understand to death do up. I get that death do his part. But listen, so I just feel that you gotta do what's right for you. They're like, man, this just sucker. I wish somebody would clip this and say, look at this sucker Chuck. Nah, I just don't care. I just really don't. I care about people being happy. And listen, you were born alone, you're gonna die alone. So, as long as I know that somebody cares enough to give me a call sometime and they care that I'm healthy and breathing air, then I'm happy. I don't need a lot. I wish I could take care. I wish I really made a lot of money because I would bless so many people. I'm telling you, I love people. Man, I'd buy all type of people houses and I would do so much. But I don't even know how they get to that point. And let me say this because I really don't say it, but it's just to have fun. Yeah. Something from my brother Platt. Like me up. Share me up. Yeah, hit me on the cash up. I don't mean none of that. But like me up. Yeah, man. I can be saying some crazy stuff, but I really don't think crazily. I really, he said, he said, I'd be more concerned about losing that feeling and ability of being safe, secure, and stress free and taken care of. You gotta elaborate on what you're saying. Uh, like you gotta elaborate because I think I know what you mean. But like for me, um, how I feel. Um, I want to. I think a lot of men feel like this. They can correct me, but a lot of men want a woman that wants them when they have nothing. A lot of men want a woman to love him for nothing, so that when he gets something, he feel that she's there. Because a lot of men care. A lot of men care, you know. But there's a lot of men that don't care. They don't care if she don't like him at all. A lot of men would play that deal. Listen, my job is to provide and get all the money I can, and if I lose it, you go. A lot of men are with that. So I don't. There's a lot of people that say men don't think like that, but the more I've listened to men in these spaces, a lot of men really want to control women. I think I probably believe a lot of women, a lot of women want to control men too. I don't really know. I don't have the answers. I haven't created the paradigm I haven't the solution to how other people think. I'm a person who doesn't know. I just think that a lot of people say some of the most silliest, funny, idiotic stuff that they probably don't even believe. Like just I'm still thinking in my head about women don't want a husband, they want a boss. And I'm like, well, can't you be a husband and a boss? You can be both. So, and Platt says, I always die about that. He says, when you get married, you're compromised. So I said, well, tell all the other people that you know that's big in this space that they are compromised. You said, but even if they do hear him say, they don't come to him and challenge it on it. They don't say nothing. It's weird. It's weird to me. Listen, you can be a boss or a husband, and a woman is not happy with you, she will leave a boss or a husband. A woman will leave an alpha or a beta, and a woman can love an alpha or a beta. It doesn't even matter. I use Alamaj's Curry statements. You can be an alpha male with beta traits and a beta male with alpha traits. A woman can love a straight up alpha, and she probably could love a dude that comes from the cocoa land. I don't know. I can't tell you what they like. It's like women will take care of men, and just like a lot of men will take care of women. There's no guarantee for anything. I don't know. I can't tell you. The whole point you should be trying to live your life is to be the most happy and figure out what's going to take for you to reach that pinnacle where that you live in your best life. And truthfully, if all you got to worry about yourself, you should be living your best life. That's what I think. When niggas say, damn, that's going to be hard for me. Who would I want a man that has nothing? A man, I mean, what does nothing give me, especially considering what I want and need from a man? I doubt it. So when a man wants a woman that if let's say he was a billionaire and he lost it all. He wants a woman that's down for him. So she was there through thick and thin. That's why I'm assuming I can say from what I've heard stories, some of the best relationships was with somebody who didn't have nothing in high school, but then he made it and the chick was with him. So they last forever because she was down with him before the success. A lot of men, like when they get to that successful level, look at women like, does she really want me or does she want this? You know what I mean? Does she only after me because of my success or does she really care about the human that I am? So that's for a lot of men, that's scary. We don't know. Like a woman can tell you, most of us are suckers. So a woman can tell you she love you all day, and our weakness is the lust part. So some dudes are weak by the way a woman look, and some men are weak by the intimate liaisons, the physical intimacy. And I don't have the expert advice to give dudes. I just say take your time and vet, be honest about what you want, and then watch her. Like okay, some people are saying stuff that women want to hear. So because they're saying stuff that the ladies really want to hear, they get a lot of people listening to them. It may provoke you a little bit, but okay, most women want security, right? So if a man brings that, well, you got to give it a man with money argument, and he should be marriage minded and want to marry you in a year or less. Women want to hear that. So when people say that, you tend to listen to it. But truthfully, the best advice for a dude would be like, yo, you need to watch her. Or you need to take your time. I don't care. You got to talk to every family member, and it may take you 2 to 3 years because some people are deceptive. I mean, because nothing wrong with protecting yourself. That's what it is. Because I'll say this, and I've said it before: most men and women today are not brought up to be husbands and wives. And I'll say this because I should have named a video for it. I still haven't did it. I just might. Being a mother is natural. Being married is not. You have to taught to be a husband or a wife. You got to taught how to be married and what your role is in a relationship like that. So okay, she says, I mean, you don't have to be rich to provide security. Yes. However, a lot of men, it could be just an average dude. A dude can pay his rent. He got a bucket car, and you can stay at his place with him. So he ain't balling. He probably can only go out to the movies once every 4 or 5 months, but he can make sure you guys are eating and staying warm, and he can make sure you got his car to drive, or he can get you where you want to go. A man want a woman who wants him like that, meaning I ain't got no Tesla. I ain't got no Mustang E. I ain't got a Raptor. I don't got a Bentley. I don't have a Mercedes Benz. But whatever I do got, I've shared with you. That's what a man wants from a woman. And you want a woman that's down with him. Hey, baby, I'm about to work these 12 hours. Can you make sure that you wash these clothes? And she's like, I can do that because you ain't got to pay no rent. A lot of men want that from a woman, but a lot of men don't get that. And then when they do get that, I mean, society's changed. So you get that now. She ain't got to pay no rent, but now she ain't giving you what you want. It's probably affection and her doing her part of the chore. So you got a lot of men that don't like. It's you know what? Like I could really go so deep on how unfair the world is financially today. Like how much a house, if you bought a house, let's say you bought a house in 1950 and the house was probably $10,000, inflated for today's rate. If you that same house today, without going through the extreme raises of price, would be like $30,000. But the same house that should be $10,000 is now costing $500,000. So a lot of people are not even able to afford to live because they were born at the wrong time. And now we got credit cards and debt and all this other stuff that your grandparents and parents never had. And I can really get into redlining and people getting locked out of having wealth through real estate, and a lot of people not understanding finances and how people use other people's names to mess their credit up and stuff like that. I could go deep into it, but I'm not. But because of that, now you have a lot of men that don't look like capable suitors to provide for ladies, and because the expectation is so high that most people will not connect in relationships, because I'm telling you, the average amount post-pandemic that a black man, specifically a black man, is probably around less than 30, around 30,000, right? And remember, it used to be before this, the average income was like 40,000 or something close to it. Now, just to meet somebody, if you're meeting somebody who's making above $60,000, they're in the top 15%. So it's kind of hard to find somebody who's really financially able to provide like they used to. So even though people say our paradigm, and truthfully, uh, it's rough out there. Like us unlucky millennials, we're the unluckiest generation. I swear. Even school is it is, and it's so crazy because you're paying $600. Like, you can learn everything for free on the internet, but you still gotta to be competitive. If you have to get a degree, you still got to pay for the certification. It still don't cost you some money. It's like, it's ridiculous. You to taking a class to prove some stuff you already know. That's like a waste of your time and money. But I'm a proponent of education and learning, but I'm not an advocate of the institutions of higher learning, because they're uh, it's too costly, and it's too socioeconomically driven to separate people. So it's like, it's just messed up to survive. It's just, I don't have the answers in this one. You're getting me to go deep. I didn't mean to, but sometimes I start talking, and it gets good. I don't have the answers. I tell you, everybody else, like, I should top 5 ways to get a woman. That's gonna be my next video. But I can't tell you the top 5 ways to get a woman. I'm gonna say, try to do 100 push-ups every day. Try to wear a 5 o'clock shadow. 3 more ways. 3 more ways. Wear some good cologne. Look in her eyes and say, "I want you because you're beautiful." Let me think about one more way. Um, Say, "You know what? Give me a number so I can call you." There you go. That's how you get a woman. Uh, let's change it. I would love to get to know you because you're beautiful. Because I probably would say, "I want you," but I would say, "I'd love to get to know you because you're beautiful. And can I call you?" Yeah, that's the top 5 ways to get a woman. There you go. My consultation fee is 15 cents per hour, because I'm giving it to you at the cheap. I'm joking. I don't know. I don't have the answers, people. Like, I'm telling you this, life is a learning experience, and there's a lot of people that experience stuff in life and be more wise and more charismatic and more experienced and better with the chicks than the Chuck. I don't think so, but I just like to say that. However, what I will say is that, everybody's wants a different cup of tea. Some people want Earl Grey, some people want orange peel, some people want peppermint, some people want vanilla, and some people just want black. And what I'm gonna tell you, for me, is this: eh, I don't know the right way. However, I do know that whatever way works for you is the best way for you, and that's what people need to do. Whew. I did a lot of talking. I don't know if I was entertaining. I don't know if educational. I don't know if I was uh, invigorating. I don't know if I made enough fun about how silly when you say this dude's alpha, but this dude's not alpha. Anybody that says that uh, Jeff Bezos uh, isn't a boss and a husband, it was crazy. Anybody that said Bill Gates wasn't a boss and a husband is crazy. Anybody that said that Dr. Dre isn't a boss or a husband is crazy. And if you say that women won't leave both bosses and husbands, then you ain't heard of those 3 examples. And you can't tell me they aren't all bosses and they're not all husbands and they weren't, quote unquote, all alphas. So in certain rails, that's what you gonna eyeball somebody and say a dude is a simp or a boss or a alpha or a beta. That's all some silly, nonsensical stuff. It's all silly. What people, in my opinion, people should be trying to figure out what's going to make their lives happy, and they should be searching for having the best life that they can create for themselves. And if you can find somebody who wants to associate with you in your life, being trying to make your best life, then it's all good. I can't. I say just try the best to do what you like to do every day, and be around people that you can uh, make you feel great. Yeah, that's like me. I hang around people that want to drink whiskey like I do sometimes, or drink water. It's all good. Right and wrong is subjective. Therefore, it's not about what's right or wrong, but it's what's right or wrong for you. You should, I am so impressed with that statement because I say that all the time. Right and wrong is subjective. I don't care if you wear an afro or you cut your hair short. I don't care if you wear weave lipstick or not. As long as you like it, it's cool. Now, stuff I like has nothing to do with what you like. And I'm never going to try to push you to do what I like. Just do what you want to do. If you want to wear fresh tip nail polish or you want to have clear nails, it's on you. I don't have to like it for you to love it. And if you love it, then I'm going to like it because it's for you. That's my thoughts. That's what I think. That's what I try to get people to see. Don't let somebody ever try to shape you and tell you how to live your life. Don't ever get mad at what other people do, because whatever somebody else does ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Like I society says what's standard. And if you want to fit in society, we got to sometimes follow rules that we may think are silly. But sometimes you should challenge people on their rules. Why do you say this is right or this is wrong? Why does it even bother you unless it's dealing directly with you? If a woman asks me why I don't want to date her, if that's a situation, I'm gonna say because I don't like this about you, from what I see. But and then what you do ain't about me; it's about you. So if you want to do something about for me to be into you, then you got to do what I want you to do. But if you don't want to do it, then you're free to do you. That's my thoughts. That's my thoughts. I appreciate whatever anybody else does, because it's their life to live, and I want them to have the best life. I'm not here to change you. I'm not here to bring you any pain. I'm not here to tell you how to think. I'm not telling you what TV shows you need to watch. I'm not going to tell you what you need to be concerned about. As long as you ain't hurt nobody else, how can I be mad at you? Just live your best life. Don't hurt other people. Be happy. Have your own standards and live your life for you. Because if you don't, you always have some type of regret. And who wants to regret their own life? Every day should be the most fantastic day for you. That's what I want it to be for you. I want you to be happy. I want you to be joyous. I want you to feel love. I want you to feel special. I want you to feel incredible. And don't let nobody try to alpha, beta, sigma, gamma tell you that something you right or wrong for being single or married. And even if you don't follow traditional institutions, just make sure that you can take care of you and your loved ones. And I think I said enough. I think you guys are not, you're not entertained. Nobody wants to interact with me. And I don't like that. I want you to talk to me. I want to hear people in the chat saying, Charles, what do you think about this? Charles, what do you think about that? So I can tell you. But I guess I gotta be more controversial. But it's kind of hard for me because my like people forget. I will use profanity. I will say you're the shit. I will use it sometimes, but I'm more about uplifting and getting you to laugh and get you to think about how silly things are, more than I'm about to tell you what you can or should do. Just do what's right for you. So if you come into my page hoping I'm about to give you game and smash on women or smash on men or talk about one thing, now I'm talking about humanity, because I think people should do what's right. I love you all. I don't care if you come from Asia, Africa, South America. I don't care if you're an ant from the North Pole. You're still great. Oh, thank you. She said, I thought it was great. Well, thank you. I mean, I think you're fantastic too. One day you need to say, I'm gonna hop on, once you say drop the link, I'm gonna pull you in. We're gonna just have a conversation and just talk about whatever. You talk about whatever, talk about hair, talk about makeup. We talk about whatever. I don't care. I'll talk about it. I will talk about it. Talk about if you like to shop, what's your favorite shop and why, and has shopping changed for you on the internet? Like, uh, Amazon. I'm an Amazon guy. I like Amazon. I might get, I might get a big ass A tattooed on my butt and be like, yo, I'm all about the Amazon. Hey, Jeff Bezos. He been running up me. He been running up in me because that's where all my cash is going. He been screwing me. I'm sorry. That's politically incorrect. Jeff, Jeff Bezos has been sticking me to my cushion, man, taking my money, man. He been playing me. God darn Jeff. Him and Bill. Bill been playing me too, man. Sign up for all this Microsoft 365 type stuff just to do some work. Bastard. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh man. Whew, that was a good funny. That was a funny for me. So I'll tell everybody, if you use Amazon like me, buy some Amazon stock. How many people? I got a question. How many people? It's not me. How many people jumped in the AMC stock game? I didn't do it. How many of y'all got diamond hands? Speaking of Bezos, I enjoy reading up on his marriage with his ex-wife. Oh, what about it? What did you read? I don't know anything about his marriage. What was he doing? Was he a player, or was he just well, he was too, he loved his work too much. I tried to go on a date and he said Amazon only offers 2-day shipping. You trying to get the same day. That doesn't happen. You got to schedule it in advance. He told his ex-wife, you didn't pay for Amazon Fresh, baby. You only get half the benefits. She said, you need to take me to the movies. He said, you better catch it on Prime Instant Video. said, who do you think you are? He said, then you know I made a cartoon series called Invincible, bitch. Who you think I was? I'm Omni-Man. Oh, oh, he told her that. He said, I'm Omni-Man. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you guys got to watch Invincible. You understand what I'm talking about. Oh, she said, no. What intrigued me was their business. They really did their thing. Oh, heck yeah, they was on it. I know she helped him. I know. See, that's one thing that dudes try to not give credit, but a woman that's about her business can make everything great. So you gotta appreciate. I'm not. A lot of women can be the muse, the inspiration, and the cheerleader for the dude. And she can. I don't know how to say it, but she can be a partner. Sometimes they're a partner. Sometimes they can be a partner in the business, and that's the best. Especially, okay. Oh, oh, but I think Jeff Bezos is like Omni-Man. She was a pet. Oh, you haven't watched Invincible. You guys are missing out on some things. I'm telling you. I got to give Amazon some credit, boy. They putting out the shows. Amazon is a juggernaut. Everybody trying to catch up. Google, they all trying to catch up. They all Walmart, Apple. I got to and sorry to say, Apple is the best business on the planet. Sorry to say, because it is. But as far as Titanic, like who's coming for him? Who? Amazon. Amazon was the first one to take care of marketing, take care of hardware. They suck on the hardware, but Apple's killing that. And then they went into media. Apple's good at that too. So only thing Apple got to get, but they took it on with the stores, and Amazon trying to cover that. So it's a battle of the titans with those two. And Google's like, we're off at it. Google like, what about me? And Apple and Amazon like, shut up and make software. Google that. but the number one do everything company is Amazon. Amazon is killing it. Still, the undisputed technological company on the earth is Apple. I just got to let you guys know. And I am not a fanboy, but anybody think Apple is not the awesomest? You guys are lying to yourself. You're lying. And I got a Google phone, and I got an NVIDIA Shield. I'm all about the Google the ecosystem. But man, it's like somebody who got a BMW and doesn't say Mercedes and Ferrari is not the shit. It's incredible. But anyway, I done ran my mouth long enough. You guys are sick of hearing me. You guys are sick of hearing me. You need to go and watch Invincible, and I need to go trick off some money on OnlyFans or something. Because I'm not a boss. I'm not a husband. Maybe a simp though. Troll the trick simp. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, you know what, people? Just respect other people. Don't take everything serious. Just learn to laugh. I'm just being silly. My brothers, my sisters, all people, everybody, wherever you come from in life, you're wonderful. You're fantastic. I was always say this, even though you ladies are probably gonna like it. Don't ever spend $1 to get to know if somebody likes you. That doesn't make sense. Find out that they like you, and if you're compatible, then you spend your money. But don't spend no money for somebody that's not gonna give you what you want. You be a sucker. And I don't support sucker culture. And don't. And another thing I'll say is, unless this is your dream, if she disses you, disses you, meaning she would not give you a chance. If you ever get rich, you don't come back to get her. But you diss me. But look, I'm rich now. Look, Dave Chappelle, I'm rich, bitch. You don't do that. No, you don't do that. But if you do that, you understand that you've gained the eligibility to now be called super simp sucker that nobody should be like. That's my thoughts. Beat me up if you want. I just thought it was fun to say that, and I'm gonna go to the bad place for that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I wasn't speaking about anybody specifically. I don't want to talk about nobody, and I sure don't want to get none of nobody's mama's cooking. I don't want nobody's mama cooking, so I'm gonna stop because I don't want to get that. All right, people, I'm done. I just said too much. Hopefully, I made you laugh a little bit. Hopefully, you had an enjoyable listening session. I enjoyed people in the chat with me. It made me feel special, and sometimes I would just wish I was more angry and mad about stuff because then I could talk about more stuff. But I really don't care. That's what it is. Just be happy. Live your life. Take it easy. See you later. See you later. See ya later, Mr. Research. As he says that. See you later. Sorry. Take it easy, people. Have a great one.